The story of Carmen is, wow, so many things. Desire, survival, power, passion, betrayal, seduction, and about what's important to you.
Carmen is the story of a gypsy woman who takes a ride with a young man who doesn't belong and doesn't figure out where he's supposed to belong because there might not be a place for him to actually be. It's a fascinating tale of two worlds colliding all the way to death.
Carmen is maybe the most popular opera ever written. It's an opera that people love to come to and love to see, and it's real human beings in this opera, down-to-earth people.
And playing Carmen is a lot of fun to play. Really challenging because you can be mysterious and then you can be playful, or you can just be cold, and then you can be aggressive, and then you can be charming. All of that is Carmen. So as a performer, there's so many colors you can use. It's such a release.
In terms of sort of the big, huge works of opera that people produce, Carmen is definitely one of the biggest. So it's been a fantastic challenge to find the resources, to get the people involved, to get everyone behind trying to put on this massive work. David, being the new artistic director of El Paso Opera, is a fantastic opportunity for him to come in with his years of experience working with young singers and promoting their careers, especially for this production of Carmen, because he himself was a world-renowned escamillo and performed in many, many productions of Carmen across the world.
I cast these people because they're the ones that I've worked with. I know that they're absolutely appropriate for these parts. I know that when they get on stage, they're going to embody these characters.
There's a children's chorus, there's a full chorus, there are dancers, there are supers, countless costume changes, and then you have the full orchestra. The El Paso Symphony Orchestra is partnering with the El Paso Opera for the first time ever. When two large organizations like that can be in conversation and can create a work of this scale, it can be so exciting, and hopefully a partnership that can continue in the future.
Well, I think that any collaboration between two art entities is extremely important because we share audiences that have never heard the orchestra play in the pit. They come to our concerts and vice versa, so that's very important. Of course, the production of Carmen is huge, so it employs a lot of people. Carmen is a great music, so I think opening that to a public in El Paso is a magnificent opportunity for people that have not heard Carmen before, to do it here in the Abraham Chavez Theater.
The Chavez Theater is a fantastic space. The rehearsal facility is beautiful, the town is beautiful, it's so welcoming.
El Paso is not a diamond in the rough. El Paso is an incredibly cosmopolitan community with so many wonderful assets, musically, artistically. The El Paso Opera, having a beautiful theater like this to do performances in, is certainly a gift for the community. It's all about the future and making music accessible to everyone.
We have lined out 10 hours every day of rehearsal.
The rehearsal process has been amazing. It's been really refreshing for me. The director, Susan, she's taking us on a more actor's perspective. We are doing a lot of analysis of the roles.
It's a journey every single rehearsal, every single night you can play them a different way. That's why opera's interesting, because there's you get the framework from the composer and the librettist, and then there's so much freedom to take whatever you're getting from the other people on the stage, and then you can turn it into what feels right at the time.
Improvising and getting the body to go to places that we don't go when we're singing because we're so worried about singing. And when we're playing these acting games, it's like we just discover other colors that we didn't have before. Opera is like the beautiful marriage of theater and music.
I think that opera is a really wonderful form to have in any community.
This is an asset that I think that helps us identify ourselves and something to enrich our local cultures. It's something that's unique to a community.
The arts have a very profound impact, not only on our spirits, on our hearts, and on our creativity, but on the bottom line of the city. And the opera itself generates jobs and generates a lot of investment that comes into the community of El Paso.
There's clearly a lot of passion for art and for what goes on as art in El Paso, and El Paso is ready for it.
If you like music, you're going to love opera. If you like stage productions, you're going to love opera. If you like musicals, you'll love opera, dance, because we're the whole package.
The El Paso Opera, it's allowing all of these various art forms to be in communication with each other. I think it's also really important for students who are studying art and music and dance to have a place where they can see what happens when that form is sort of at its height.
Our future depends on the cultural development of our community. People talk about technology and they talk about innovation, and the only way that we're going to get there is if we make sure that our creative spirit is fed.
This city is going to step up in some major ways. Keep the opera company coming.